Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you the most absurd answer to the most absurd question that I have ever heard in my entire life. Someone wrote a question once online called, "Have you ever killed someone in psychological defense? What psychological, have you ever killed someone in self defense? What psychological impact came with this decision?" And then here was the answer. A classmate decided to throw a tennis ball at my head repeatedly, all throughout class. During passing period, he threw it in the back of my head in the hallway. I dropped all my things, turned around to him, and said, "If you hit me with that ball one more time, I will lay you out." He decided to throw the ball at my face and pull a knife. As soon as I saw the flicker of the blade, both my hands reached around and grabbed his throat. I'd squeezed until 6 or 7 people pulled us apart. He died in the hospital later due to a crushed larynx. I'm not proud of his death by any means. I don't mean to brag about it. But the son of a bitch shouldn't have bullied me, tormented me, and then threatened me with a weapon. Just for reference, I had to go to a meeting with his family. His family wasn't even mad at me. They just knew what he was like and what would happen if he didn't stop. Unfortunately, he didn't stop until it was too late. This is by far the most unbelievable story I have heard in my entire life. It's like, okay, so I had a feeling that this answer was off from the very beginning. First of all, the classmate threw the ball at my head repeatedly all throughout class. So I am amazed that someone can throw a tennis ball at a moving target and then have it go back to him every single time. Was this guy Einstein or something? Did he calculate E equals mc squared, measuring the trajectories and then very secretly throwing the ball every time just so it would go back to him? If so, this guy was a legend. May he rest in peace. Secondly, he threw the ball at his head during the hallway, and then he's like, "Oh, he threw the ball at my face and then pulled out a knife. I grabbed his throat and then I squeezed until a bunch of people pulled us apart." No, that doesn't sound right. Like if he had a knife, you would have been stabbed full of holes before you got close to choking him, honestly. And it's like usually it takes, don't believe what you see in TV shows. It takes at least 10 minutes to strangle someone to death. Yeah, they would have time to shank someone. I've been grabbed by the throat before, and let me tell you, instincts kick in. Like you would use whatever you can to fend that person off. So like even if someone unconsciously tried to attack you, your instincts would tell you to fight it off. And if you had a knife, you wouldn't even think. You would just stab on instinct. So yeah, that doesn't sound right. It's like I would pop them so fast they would deflate like a balloon. Okay, and then, oh, but he died later in the hospital due to a crushed larynx, huh? Okay, so then, just for reference, you had to go visit his family, and his family wasn't even mad at you? No, I'm sorry. No parent would ever forgive someone who strangled their child with their bare hands. Like, I usually find that even from a serial killer's perspective, a lot of serial killers, their families still support them quite a bit, even when they knowingly committed a crime. But regardless, this story is not like I had completely, that was the nail in the coffin. I stopped believing it when it said his family wasn't even mad at me. It's like, wait, so and charges? Attempted murder? Yeah, what the hell is that all about? Can you imagine the conversation if this was real? "Dear, Billy was killed at school today." "Oh no. Was he throwing tennis balls at people's heads again?" "Yep, we just knew what would happen if he didn't stop." You know, I'm not even mad about his death. We knew what would happen if he wouldn't stop. Agreed. I am not proud of it. I don't miss him one bit. Yeah, let's have a meeting with the family now. Yeah, we'll even bring coffee and donuts to show that we aren't mad. uh, so why didn't the narrator get stabbed at all? Because the bully's knife kept plunging harmlessly into the stranger's plot hole, and it popped open all the holes, showing the errors in this story. And then there were like so many comments mocking this answer. It was like, let me just recap some of them to you. One guy wrote, I remember a similar incident. I was walking home from school one day, and when I felt someone tuck my bag, I turned around when I heard the click of a signature automatic grenade launcher. I immediately smashed my fist into his skull, only stopping when there were bits of fragments of his skull on the floor. I then met his sister, and she was so proud of me. We're now married with 19 kids. And then someone else replied to that comment saying, that's fucking nothing. Scumbag shot me in the face, so I told him KYS, and then he threw his assault rifle away and pulled out a Spraymaster Plasma 9100 and a nuclear bomb. In a swift motion, I swapped my knee against his shin, knocking him to the ground, his weapons clattering away from him. I jumped down to choke him, but then decided to evacuate the entire city in 5 minutes, killing him instantly as the bomb goes off, but I saved 7 billion lives. When I got back, my whole class clapped, and my teacher, Mr. Obama, gave me a medal. And then like there were so many cool ones. I'll show you one more. It's like, I remember this time what happened in 6th grade. This little scumbag decided to steal my lunch and even eat the Cheetos too. So my fat ass wasn't having it that day, so I decided to sit on him until he started choking and turning blue. By the time the teachers and parents came and pulled me apart, he was already dead. His family didn't even give a shit and even thanked me for my service, as he would often steal money from their bags too. Ah, those were the days. This is what I hate about Quora. Like, if you're gonna make a fake story, at least show some intelligence to it. At least try to make an attempt to show that it's real. Like, say like, oh, this classmate kept bullying me. Like, just say you disarmed him or something, like before you said you went to attack him. Like, seriously. And then like you would have been charged with manslaughter at least. No parent's gonna forgive you for what you did, honestly. So that's all I had today. I apologize for not uploading as frequently. I've been feeling sick the past couple of days. I'm starting to feel better today, and it's turned out to be my birthday. So I'm glad I didn't really catch a cold on my birthday. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.